3 salsa verdes made 3 different ways. Which one is the best and which one is my blood type? Stay tuned to find out. Salsa verde is a staple at almost every family gathering in Mexico, and it's really simple. It's comfort in liquid form, and let me bring that warmth to you. The first salsa verde we're gonna make is actually gonna be the most easiest one. It's gonna be salsa verde cremosa. It's so easy, in fact, that we're not even gonna do any cooking, put everything in the blender, and it's pretty much good to go. This recipe calls for 3 tomatillos with the husk removed, and be sure to clean them too because they can have some dirt inside. After they're nice and clean, there's nothing really to it but to literally just chop them up into little cubes. The more you chop them up, the better it blends. That's what I like to go by. Into the blender they go. 2 tablespoons of chopped onion. It's basically a quarter of an onion, so I don't want you to chop it and then have to measure that out. Something like this is good. Then put it into the blender. If you're like me and you like your salsa verde really spicy, I like to use serrano peppers. They're about 3 times spicier than a jalapeno. But if your booty hole can't handle that, I'd recommend just going with the 1 jalapeno. And don't forget to wear gloves. Last time I cut chiles, then went to the bathroom. I found out the hard way that the capsaicin gets stuck in your hand. In the blender too. I'm gonna go in with about 1/3 of a cup of water just to start. If you need to add some later to make it thinner because it's too thick, you can do that too. I got a couple sprigs of cilantro. Hey, some people have this thing called the cilantro soap gene. I don't know what that's about. I think it's because they taste soap when they have cilantro. A little bit of that ocean to the potion. What's really gonna make this creamy is the avocado. We're gonna do 1 Hass avocado. In they go. Now all that's left to finish your salsa verde cremosa is to just serve it up and then garnish it with a little bit of cilantro and maybe a little bit more avocado. And the raw vegetables really give that kind of freshness. It makes it pop really good. Okay. Hey. For our salsa verde number 2, it's pretty much the same as the first one, except we're gonna be cooking our tomatillos in boiling water. Undress the tomatillo. Really quick tip when boiling tomatillos, if you do it for a little bit too long, they'll actually start to break down a little bit too much and then it'll turn to mush. It'll actually be part of the water. You'll have nothing to blend at that point. 12 to 15 minutes, no more, no less. The very amazing part about all of these sauces is that you can make it inside a blender. Tomatillos go inside. Make sure to reserve a little bit of that boiling water in case you want to thin out your sauce later on. In goes 1/4 of an onion. 1 entire jalapeño, add in about 4 to 6 sprigs of cilantro. And don't worry, I'm not gonna forget to put all these recipes inside of the description. A little bit of salt, not too much, just a touch of lime juice. Now blend to your desired consistency. And you just made classic salsa verde. This last iteration of salsa verde has to be my favorite. It's actually called salsa verde rostizada, which in English translates to roasted green salsa. Onto the tray, we're gonna be adding our tomatillos. For this, I'm gonna be using 2 serranos that I cut this top off, but you can also go ahead and do 1 jalapeno. 1/4 of an onion, then 2 cloves of garlic. Put your favorite oil on your tomatillos, onions, and peppers and get in there really good. Especially the garlic because we're gonna roast it and we don't want it to incinerate. Now add these to a 400-degree oven. As the name implies, we're gonna roast them. So we want a little bit of char on. Everything we just roasted right into the blender. And then we put a little bit of that salt, you know the rules. Then as much cilantro as you want. I usually go for about 5 to 6 sprigs. Shoot, I like me some chunkiness though. That's my style. I don't know about you. And there you have it, guys. 3 different kinds of salsa verde with 3 different methods, yet all amazing flavor. Let me know if method 1, 2, or 3 was your favorite down in the comments below. If you ask me personally, my favorite one is going to be the charred one because it has that flavor that the other ones don't have, like I said. How the freak am I gonna do this?